Hello, I'm Essie, the homeless woman. I hope you guys are doing good. Today is Saturday, and we have a storm on the way. It's though no sun is out right now. It's just clouds, and the wind is blowing some. They're talking about this storm going to be really bad. They called it Storm Hillary. So, um, I thought about going to my mother's house, but I'm like, well, I got a private ride I have to do Monday. And so I don't know if how the freeways are going to be, if I'll be able to get back. So I'm just going to stay here and ride it out in my car. So I was parked under a tree, so I moved my car from under trees because the wind can blow really hard and break off branches and stuff. So my Camry is not under a tree. I moved it when I woke up today. And so I'll be in my van until tonight. And then I know I'm going to park right next to my Camry, and I'm going to have to hurry up and get in my car because it's probably going to be pouring down. So this storm supposed to come in. I looked on my cell phone last night. It says it's supposed to start at 6. It's 4:45. And it's supposed to start raining, I guess, around 6, and it's going to get like bad overnight and into the early morning. And so the storm is supposed to be here Sunday, and it's supposed to be dying out Monday. And I have a private ride Monday to the airport. So I was planning on starting Uber Friday. And Friday I just felt really depressed. I didn't want to go back to do Uber. So I said, well, since this storm is going to start on Saturday, I would just take it off this weekend. And so I'm planning on starting Uber either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm just going to have to work the whole week. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Work like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, probably 6 days straight. And then I'll take off some more days. So I want to start where I left off at the day the police towed my car. I forgot to tell you guys, when they were hooking up my car, or after it had been hooked up and driven off, I told Duffy, Officer Duffy, I looked at him and I pointed at him and I said, Yahweh Elohim is going to pay you back for what you did. And he just stood there and he just looked at me. I think he kind of believed me too. I really think I don't know if he regretted what he did, but I think he believed what I said was true. Because the look he had on his face. But I wasn't cursing the man because I don't curse people. But some things I just say it, and I just know it. Deep down, it's like I just say what I know. And it comes true. So I had no doubt when I pointed at him and I said that to him that it was going to come true. Well, when people do you wrong, the Heavenly Father going to pay them back anyway. So I just told him probably what he didn't know. Because some of these police act like they don't know that they're going to get paid back for the evil that they do because they hide behind a gun and a badge. And they think, well, I'm just doing my job. But, I notice with some police officers, when they ordered to do things, they just do it. Even though they know it's wrong, they just do it. When I was working at the gas station, my manager, she didn't like homeless people. I'm sure she still don't like homeless people. She didn't know I was homeless. I kept that from her because I knew that I probably would have a hard time getting hired if the manager knew that I was homeless. So I never told her or any co-workers at that gas station that I was homeless. So she hired me because I'm thinking, people think homeless people is going to steal. And so that's why I felt like they're probably not going to hire me because they're going to be thinking I'm going to steal. And I'm not going to steal. So, I mean, it was other cashiers stealing left and right. And I don't think they were homeless. They were stealing left and right with the camera right there looking at them. I said, my goodness, I don't know what they smoking, but they gotta be smoking something. The camera is looking at you and you still stealing. I can't figure it out. But anyway, she would say, the manager would tell me, don't allow no homeless people in the store. Now I know that's against the law. You can't be discriminating like that. You think I did that? You think I told them people that they had to leave out of the store? You're not going to use me to do your dirty work. And I think a lot of police need to be like that. When they know something is not right, I don't care what orders they got. You know what I'm saying? The Heavenly Father is the one that's going to pay you back. And He is the one that's going to reward you. So if someone is telling you to do something you know isn't right, don't do it. Because if you do it, you're going to get paid back by the Heavenly Father. So if you I believe if you do what's right in the sight of Yahweh, you're going to get rewarded. So, yeah, the manager, sometimes she wasn't too happy with me because when she told me something, if I know it wasn't right, I didn't do it. And she didn't like that. So, but I didn't care. So, anyway, back on Duffy. Okay, so I left off at, they done took my car. Okay, I left off at my 98-year-old friend. She took me to the DMV. I got all my everything paid, passed my tests. And so it is Saturday, and I decided to wait to pick up my car on Monday. Now, I told you guys I had called the tow company and told them I was coming later on today, but she asked me was I finished, and I said no. And so when I did get finished, I felt like it was too late in the evening to go get my car from the tow yard. Plus I had to go to, I think I had already went to the police department. I was at the police department for a long time. I really think they did that on purpose. I was at that police department so long waiting for someone to sign off for me to get my car, from the tow yard. I think I might have sat there for like 45 minutes, and I really think they did that on purpose. So I did that Saturday. So all the time that I spent at the police department waiting just for a freaking signature, it was too late to go and get the car from the tow company and take it to get a small check. So I decided to wait till Monday, since I had a 1-day pass to drive the car to get a small check. So I called the tow company back and told them I'm not coming because, is it still going? Oh, something came up. So I called the tow company back and told them that I won't be able to pick up the car. I'm going to wait till Monday. Now, the first time I called her, she said, wait until you finish because you have to make an appointment to pick up your car on the weekend. So I said, okay. When I called her back, I told her I won't be coming. So I never made an appointment. Remember that. I never made an appointment. So now this is Monday. Me and my friend, we get up and we get to the tow company early in the morning. So we're sitting there waiting for them to open. We finally go in. They tell us how much it's going to be. Because I wouldn't let them take my car when they was trying to take it, they said that they waited an hour for me to get out the car. So they charged $100 and some for the tow man waiting an hour. So they put that extra charge on there. So then he quoted me a price. I couldn't remember the price, but I know it was kind of high. And so that's when he started telling me this is for this and that's for that, and $100 and some for us waiting an hour for you to get out the car. Then he says $100 and some to open the gate. I said, wait a minute. I said, I didn't make an appointment to open the gate. I called her back and told her that I don't need an appointment. I'm going to wait till Monday. That woman at the tow company had put on there that I made an appointment to open the gate on Saturday, which put on my bill extra $100 and some when I never made an appointment. When I first called her, I said I was going to pick it up. She said, wait until you finish because you have to make an appointment. So when I called back the second time, I told her I'm not coming to pick it up, so I don't need an appointment. I will wait till Monday. When she put on there that I made the appointment to pick it up, which put an extra cost of $100 and some. When that man said that, I was just so outdone. I was just like, my voice, I was talking and my voice was like cracking, because I'm like, these people are just really ripping people off. I mean, I don't understand, how can you sleep at night ripping people off like that? So a man in the office, I guess he was the boss, he heard me saying that I never made the appointment. I called back and told her I didn't need an appointment. So the man that I'm talking to is on the phone trying to call the lady, which I don't know what good is that going to do. All she put it on there, so all she's going to do is lie and say I made the appointment when I never did. So the man in the office, I guess he was the boss, he came out and he told him to take it off. So they took that charge off. I paid, my friend paid the money, and I was able to go get my car. And I was so happy I had my car back. And I knew that it was nobody but Yahweh. Yahweh had my 98-year-old friend to pay for that. I had a job, so I paid her back in 9 months. I paid her all her money back. I think it came up to like $1,500 that she paid, and I paid her all that money back, plus a thank you card with some extra money in it. So this place I will go eat at, and now I have had my car back for maybe a couple of weeks, I'm guessing. So I went to this restaurant. It's a small restaurant. The food is pretty good. So I went in there. My mouth is dry. So I parked in front of the restaurant, and I went in, and guess who I saw when I went in that door? Officer Duffy. And another officer was sitting at the table eating. And I couldn't believe my eyes. Now, the other officer that was with him was a nice officer. I had talked to him in the past, and he was a nice man. But Duffy, So I'm ordering my food, and I'm paying for my food, but I got this smile inside myself. I'm smiling inside myself because I spotted him right when I walked in. So I know he's looking at me as I'm ordering and paying for my food. So once she gives me the tray and she gives me a cup so I can get my drink, I walk past Duffy. I look at him, and I smiled. He turned red. Okay? He was so red. He was so bothered by me that I was able to get my car back and get out, and I'm at a restaurant where you sitting down eating, because I know you think that you're better than me. You're sitting down eating, and I'm finna sit down and eat at the same place. I'm telling you, this had Yahweh written all over it. This is what Yahweh does for his children. So, the other officer, he looked at me and he spoke, and I spoke back to him. So I went and got my drink and the things that I needed, and there was a table right in front of Duffy, and there was also a table, a couple of tables behind Duffy. But I said to myself, no, I'm going to go sit right in front of Duffy. So I walked and I passed Duffy again, and I sat right in front of Officer Duffy, just so he can see me real good. So Duffy was so bothered. I could see it all in his face. He was so bothered. Probably wondering, how did she do it? How? So as I'm sitting there waiting for my food, Duffy and the other officer, they finish up eating. And so they walk outside. So Duffy SUV is parked over here, right in front of the window, so he can see me. The other officer car is parked over here. So the other officer has to pass my car to get to his car. So I see Duffy. Duffy tells the other officer to look at my registration and see if I have it. So the other officer passed my car, and I saw him look back at my registration, and I saw him look at Duffy and go like this. Oh my God. That was the best feeling of my life, okay? Oh my goodness. You don't know how good I felt when I saw Duffy at that restaurant and had my registration. So Duffy go park, get in his car, and I'm sitting right in front of him in the restaurant. So as he's backing up, he's staring at me, and I'm acting like he don't even exist, like he's a non-factor. I'm looking at TV, but I can see to the corner of my eye, he's staring at me. Boy, that was the best, like, I don't know, revenge ever. And I didn't even have to really do anything. Yahweh did it all. Yahweh took care of everything. Yahweh will revenge for you, boy, because he sure had revenge for me. So I said, it's on now, because they have been harassing me, and because I didn't have my registration and insurance, I didn't file any complaints. I'm like, I can't file any complaints because I don't have my registration and insurance. I'm driving around and I'm not legal, so I can't be filing complaints. So they were taking that advantage of really harassing me. So after I got everything legit, I was like, it's on now. So if you mess with me now, I'm filing complaint after complaint after complaint. So the sergeant that came, or watch commander that came that day that my car was getting towed, wait a minute. First, I have filed a complaint on both of those officers, Officer Duffy and the other Hispanic officer. I filed a complaint on both of them. So that watch commander that came out, he called me about the complaints. So, he wanted to know, how was I able to get my car back so fast, pay the tickets, pay the registration, my life. He wanted to know so bad, how was I able to do it? And you know what I told him? It was my Heavenly Father. That's how I was able to do it. I was not about to give him details, No way was I about to give him details of how I was able to get my car back. For as I gave him the best answer I could give him because it was my Heavenly Father. But I wasn't about to go into details because that's not none of his business. You know, he took my car when he could have said, you know, let's don't take it. But he let him take it. So I'm not going to tell you how I got it back. It's none of your business. So we eventually got off the phone, and from then on, I've been filing complaints on them. So they did come one night, another officer did come there to harass me. So, and I guess I will have to tell that in another story time. Because I felt like I was in Mississippi that night. That night when he came to harass me, I felt like I was in Mississippi. You know those movies that you see about Mississippi, and they still like that. Yeah, law enforcement is still like that in Mississippi. The stuff I be hearing, that's where I'm from. So anyway, yeah. So then on, I've been filing complaints, and they have been trying not to bother me as much because they know I'm going to file a complaint, and they know that most likely I'm filing complaints so I can sue them eventually. And yes, that is true. That is true. Honestly, I think I can sue them right now. Because they've been breaking laws. Even though I was breaking the law driving around, they were breaking the law too when they were harassing me. And I wasn't even on the street. I'd be parked in the shopping center asking me for my ID. This is not a stop and ID state. You just don't ask a person for their ID because they're homeless. You think they have a criminal record, because that's what that was all about. So that's it. I can't think of anything else. But it was Yahweh that said, okay, it's time for you to get your license and your registration and all that stuff. I think it was him that had all that to happen that day, so I can go on and get legit. Because then that so-called, virus happened, and then I had to start doing DoorDash and the deliveries, and I needed to be legit to do that. So it worked out. Everything worked out. So that's it. That's the end of the story. Another victory for a child of Yahweh against the evil one and his children. Alright, so I don't know what video. I guess I do more story times about things that have happened since I've been homeless, and I do want to do a story time about the night that they came. That made me feel like I was in Mississippi. It was kind of like scary, but I was on it. I did what I had to do. I'm gonna tell y'all about that one. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.